located on the north end of St. Simon's Island, provides sanctuary for abused, neglected, and abandoned animals. Here at the farm, animals have a chance to thrive and live in a peaceful setting in comfort, surrounded by love. Stay tuned as we visit the farm and take a look at this natural environment for animals. It's all coming up next, right here on Golden Isles TV. Hi, welcome back to Golden Isles TV. I'm your host, Avery Brooks, and we're here at the farm, and I'm here with Diana.
Hi.
She is a full-time volunteer here at the farm. Diana, tell us about the farm and when it was established.
The farm was established about 15 years ago when Barbara Murrah moved back to St. Simon's. Her family owned this land, and she'd always wanted to rescue horses. It was a stable back then that was leased to another person, but they started collecting horses, rescuing them, and that's how it began. And in 2012, they incorporated, and we're a nonprofit charity now.
Awesome.
Yes.
So tell me about, you're a full-time volunteer. What exactly does that mean?
I work Monday through Friday. I function as the barn manager, and I'm also the secretary on the board. So I do all sorts of things, from ordering feed to doing the banking, to just kind of overseeing the activities and orienting the volunteers that come out to help us.
Diana, there are so many animals here. We see horses, cats, goats. Tell me a little bit about the variety of animals, how many you have of each.
Presently we have 11 horses, and they come from a variety of places. Some are just retired. Some have been rescued from either neglect or abusive situations. We have 2 cows that are about 16 or 17 years old that were rescued from a cattle farm. They were going to market. One of our goats was found wandering the streets of Brunswick, and he was arrested by the police, and we went and got him in a car.
Wow.
And he came out here, and then we decided that he needed some friends, so we actually went to a local goat farm and purchased 3 goats to be his friends. We went for 1, we came back with 3, because baby goats are very cute. And our cats come from a variety of situations. Some are found on Lawrence Road, some are surrendered by families who can no longer take care of them, but they're all friendly. They get to live a beautiful life here under the oak trees. And
Stay tuned as we join the animals. First up, the horses, right?
right. This is Lightning. He was the first horse brought to the farm as a rescue. He is believed to be of Mustang descent. He's got the shaggy mane and the sturdy little body. And Jackpot here is neither a rescue or a retiree. He was born here. His mother was rescued, and he has always lived the good life. He's very spoiled, but we love him. And they're a little hungry. This is Daisy. She's actually a registered Appaloosa. She's got 2 spots on her hind there. She's our latest rescue. She's been here a few months. She was very undernourished and needed quite a bit of medical attention when we first got her. This is Bruges. Bruges was found in a pasture abandoned. He had lost probably about 300 or 400 pounds, which he's gained back. We believe he's a Belgian cross. He's quite big, he's quite sweet. He was very hard to handle when he first came here, but all he needed was some groceries and some love. And now he's just as friendly as he can be. Wow, they're actually wanting you to scratch them. This is Percy and Joseph. They're Boer goats. They were brought here as babies. They're very, very friendly. They're kind of like dogs. They like to follow you around and they love to be petted. You just have to be careful because they have weapons on their heads. But we have 4 goats, and these are just 2 of them.
So Diana, here at the farm, you said it was nonprofit, and you're actually about to have 2 events and
Right.
1 fundraiser. Tell me about that.
Well, on April 15th, which is a Sunday, we are going to have an expanded open house where we have games, food, beverages, and a little bit of entertainment. And we invite families out to meet the animals and just have fun with us that day. It's a free event, so it's not considered a fundraiser. And then on April the 26th, which is a Thursday night, we are having a fundraiser at the casino at the pier. We'll have food, drinks, live music, dancing, cat fights, or squabbles. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to that. That's a beautiful, beautiful venue. We're hoping to have a full moon and a beautiful sunset.
Diana, those events sound great. How would somebody get tickets?
You can purchase tickets at the door at all the Ameris Bank locations here at the farm, or you can call us and we can arrange to get you tickets anywhere.
Okay, what about the website?
You can go to the website and find out information about the events, but at the present time you can't buy tickets through the website.
Okay, so best thing to do, maybe call the farm and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
But that sounds like 2 great events, and we're so
We're
excited.
really looking forward to
Yeah.
them. We're very excited.
Excellent. Hi, I'm back with Diana out at the farm. Tell us a little bit about how you can volunteer and also how you might donate.
We're 100% run by volunteers, and to be able to volunteer, all you have to do is want to. You can call the number, you'll get me, I can orient you, and we have volunteers that just do cats, some that just do horses. We even have some that are in the background that do clerical and social media for us. To donate to the farm, you can do it by check, by going through our website. We do monthly, in memoriam, or just one-time donations. You can go to Facebook or to our website and get a link that takes you right to a donation page.
Great. That sounds easy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, perfect. Diana, thank you so much for allowing us to visit the farm today. We've had a great time and we've seen so many great animals, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you for coming, and I invite anybody that wants to come to give us a call and we'll give you a tour.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Skipper's Fish Camp. You first-time visitors is equally welcome too. Y'all come on in and visit for a while. We've got a lot of good things going on in here. Come on back.
Welcome to Glen Haven Park, the newest park here on St. Simon's Island. The community is so excited to enjoy this beautiful new green space. This gorgeous green space was once occupied by Glen Haven Baptist Church before it became an empty lot. But now it has been transformed into this beautiful public park. Friends, neighbors, Glen County, and local organizations came together to form a public-private partnership overseen by Communities of Coastal Georgia Foundation. Everyone is thrilled to see this project become a reality, a place to gather and enjoy the outdoors. The park includes a sidewalk, shady trees, green space, and a playground. Coming soon. Golden Isles, we are surrounded by water. From this amazing Atlantic Ocean to our intercoastal waterway to our tidal creeks and our refreshing pools. Today we are going to share with you some very important information about how to keep safe when heading out to the beach this summer.
Hi, I'm Lifeguard Nettie, and I'd love to share some information with you so that your beach trip is an enjoyable and safe visit. Here we have a picture of the entire beach. And actually what a lot of people call our waters are unique. It's an inlet because we have 5 rivers down on this end and the Atlantic Ocean out on that end. And they constantly fight back and forth for that water. So what I first like to make sure everybody understands is how to read a tide chart. That needs to be the first thing you do when you plan a trip to the beach. You can pull them up online. They're printed in the newspaper. You can usually even get one at the banks or at the harbors or something like that. They typically look like this. And when you look at a tide chart, you need to look for the date. This is for May of 2014. You find the date. It'll show you the 2 high tides and the 2 low tides. The tides between the 2 high and the 2 low, you'll have 2 high tides that are about 12 hours apart, and then in between those you have your 2 low tides. So if you look at your chart, and let's say we look at Saturday, May 17th. You look across here and you're planning your trip to the beach, the first thing you'll notice is low tide is at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:17 in the morning. Actually, our beaches run about 50 minutes beyond these. So your low tide is at 5:30 in the morning. So unless you're here before dawn, that's not an issue. But you need to know that if you get here before 11 o'clock at high tide, you need to be aware that water's coming in. That's not only going to tell you where to put your beach towel, but it's going to let you know that water's coming in. That means the water is coming this direction. So that current is going to be screaming through here, going back into the rivers. So that's at 11:30 in the morning. Then it'll turn and go back out and be low tide again at 5:30 at night. So that gives you a plan as to where you're going to be, how you're going to swim. It's real important to have a plan. What we typically will do is at the entrance of both Massengill Park and Coast Guard, we'll put up these tide charts, and it'll say the day, it'll tell you the low and high tide, and we try to make it so you can see the direction. Right now, pretty much if you're here around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it's low. That means the tide's coming in. So again, that means it's coming into these rivers. The current's going this way. We'll also mention the exit sandbar times. This is a suggested time for the lull tide. It's called a lull tide. It may seem like when you're out on these sandbars, you've got all day. But let me tell you what can happen. This sandbar here is, you can get to it, walk to it. That sandbar out there, you can walk all the way out to it. It's a half a mile out there. But as the tide comes in, the water comes around these sandbars, traps you out here, and then covers up this sandbar. Our tides are 6 to 8 feet, and that is not 6 to 8 feet horizontally. That's 6 to 8 feet vertically. So if you're out here, you're going to have 6 feet of water over your head. And this current gets up to over 10 miles an hour. You cannot swim a 10-mile-an-hour current. I can't even kayak a 10-mile-an-hour current. So what I'd love to do is tell you, if you ever find yourself in that situation, we lifeguards will be out here to get you, I promise. But it's best for you to get off these sandbars before it's an issue. Whether you're at this beach or any beach, if you get caught in a rip current, you need to be aware that you need to swim with the current, even if that means it's going to take you way past your beach chair. It's a lot easier to walk back to your chair than to swim against a 10-mile-an-hour current. When you're trying to get off the sandbar and you're going swimming with the current, remember, it's taking you this way or it's taking you this way. You need to start swimming at the opposite point of where you're going to swim. If you get off the sandbar here and you try to take it straight across there, you're not going to make it. That current's going to take you this way, and then you're going to miss your destination. Start at your furthest point and swim with the current slowly towards the beach. If it's going out to the Atlantic, you're going to start here and you're going to swim horizontally to the beach and slowly towards the sand. Back to the tide chart, when you're looking at these schedules and you're trying to make your plan, you can also see on these, it usually shows the sunrise and sunset, which is fun to know. It also shows your moon phases. And that, if you want to look into, has to do with how quickly that tide will change. With the way that the tide works, it's both the gravity of the Earth and the rotational pull, the gravitational pull of the moon. And the moon doesn't circulate around the Earth the same path every time, so that's why the tide changes by about 50 minutes every day. Another very important part for you to notice when you come out on the beach is on every lifeguard stand there is a flag when we're on duty. The absence of flag does not mean you don't need to be cautious, so it's just out there when we are. The flags, there's 4 flags, and they're basically, there's a sign at every entrance showing what these flags mean, but they're very simple. Green means go. Everything's calm, enjoy yourself, be cautious, it's still water. But green is when it's at its calmest. Yellow is when the tide has started to change. You need to start making a plan, have an exit plan for the sandbars, realize the water's turning direction, okay? Red, we never close our beach, but red means current screaming, surf is hard under toes, there's issues. You need to really be cautious and keep your kids close by. And then purple, this is a significant flag because it tells you of dangerous marine life. Be aware they are always there. Whether I put up a flag or not, there is always dangerous marine life out there. But they don't want to hurt you. They have no interest in you whatsoever. So, but if this is up, it means either jellyfish or stingray have been present. Treatment for these are very simple. For a jellyfish sting, usually it's just going to be kind of a large red burning area. The best thing to do is to swish in the water, get all the tentacles off if there's anything on you, swish them off real good, and then you can go see a lifeguard, and we will have a vinegar spray and a baking soda paste that we can put on the sting, and it basically changes the pH on your skin and soothes the sting. Now on a stingray sting, the best way to avoid this happening is when you're in the sand, when you're walking in the water, is shuffle your feet in the sand and it'll scare them away. They don't want to sting you. But when you high step, like we like to do, high step in the water, you're going to step right on one of their backs, and then they're just going to tag you in defense. They don't want to do it, but it happens. So shuffle your feet. If you do get stung, it's a single puncture because it's a barb that's on their tail. It's a single puncture. Now, usually the barb does not stay in your foot or whatever, place you got tagged. If it does, you'll need to go to immediate med and make sure that they get all of that out. But the only treatment for jellyfish stings, for stingray stings, is to soak it in hot water over 110 degrees for an hour or until it feels better. That's really the only treatment for it. But if you do have barb in there, leave it there and go to immediate med, and they know how to take care of you. So in closing, look for your flags. Green means everything's calm, but be cautious, it's still water. Yellow, things are starting to change. You might start getting a plan, looking for your kids, making sure they're not caught in the surf or a current that's fixing to change. Red does not mean we've closed the beach. It means surf is rough, currents are getting really fast, up to 10 miles an hour, the undertows, the conditions are getting hazardous. And purple is for dangerous marine life. Another thing for y'all to know and just be aware of, this sandbar here at Massengale, off of Massengale Beach, it's what we call an attractive nuisance. Completely get the fun of going out there and feeling like you're on a desert. Let me just point out something though to you. This is also a shipping channel, and they dredge this channel every year, and it's up to 60 feet deep in places. So when you come out here on the back of this sandbar, it drops off quickly. And when that current's going in or out really hard, it creates a massive undertow. So just be aware, this isn't the safest place to swim on the backside of the sandbars. It's really important when you get on the beach to identify your guarded waters and to identify where your lifeguards are. If you look at the map here, the red stands are basically where our lifeguard stands will be, but they're portable, so we'll move them to wherever we're needed the most on our beaches. There should be typically 4 chairs on Massengale Beach and 4 chairs on the Coast Guard Beach. We'll also have guards either in kayaks or a roaming lifeguard that will just close the sandbars and walk along the beach and help out. Our lifeguarding hours this year are going to be from 11 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock at night. Now, you'll see us here at other times as well doing training. We do a lot of training. and even some sandbar patrolling after hours when we feel like we really need to be present. Lifeguards are here as helping hands. They're trained professionals, they're dedicated, they're fine young men and women. You can go see a lifeguard not just for the jellyfish stings and things like that, but for any of your first aid needs, or if you need any help with calling emergency services, you can go to the lifeguards. And of course, we're here to help you if you need us in the water. In closing, I'd just like to mention a few housekeeping rules for the beach. With your dogs, we love them too, but as the beaches get so much busier and we have so many more people, that there's no dogs allowed on the beach from the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend until Labor Day weekend. You can have them there before 9 o'clock in the morning and after 6 o'clock at night, but from 9 to 6, no doggies. But even when you're out here with them the other hours, please make sure you bring a bag and clean up after them. If you forget a bag, there's receptacles at both parks with bags that you can get. But please clean up after your animals. So in closing, just know we want you here. We love you at the beach. We love having the beach full. So come, have a plan, enjoy, and leave nothing but your footprints. So I'm Lifeguard Nettie. You keep watching Golden Isles TV for more information.
I'd like to thank all the people that have worked with us throughout the years, and we've got a great staff, just everyone that's had anything to do with Palmer's Village Cafe. We have a great chef, great staff.
You're known for your food, of course, and the chef has everything to do with the food and what goes on in the kitchen.
We're about a 90% scratch kitchen, so we take pride in breakfast and we try to do it from scratch.
Come experience the unique ecosystem, amazing wildlife, and natural beauty of the Okefenokee Swamp, where you will find boat tours, train rides, live learning sessions, exhibits, and more. Make your plans today to visit Okefenokee Swamp Park and Okefenokee Adventures. Get the full Okefenokee experience with a pass to both locations. See you at the swamp.